Hmm. Snap, snap of the fingers. Making sure that the microphone works. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, but let me go ahead and say this before we fully get started with today's chapter. Firstly, I just want to thank everyone who has watched this channel over the years concerning the things that I upload in One Piece and pretty much just helping support this channel over the years, telling people about me, and I'm just happy that I get to read One Piece for you guys. Now, the thing is, I'm going to be reading this full screen, so that way, if anything pops up in chat, I don't see it, because people have a rather annoying habit of talking about things that happen within a chapter before I even get to it. They either post a comment about it or something in a completely different video, or they'll start saying stuff in chat. I'm not looking at that until I get done with this chapter. But we are literally on the eve of 1,000 chapters of One Piece. This is chapter 999. I've been reading One Piece since 2000. Well, I've been making One Piece videos since 2016. And to think that I would get to the point where I would see One Piece get to 4 digits in its chapter numbers, I'm incredibly excited for that. But I want to thank everyone who's helped see this channel grow over the years. I am nothing but grateful for each and every one of you. So, I'm not going to delay it any more than I already have. Let's get it. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here to bring you more One Piece with chapter 999. We got a full cover page here. Complete this special One Piece poster by combining it with the one included with the next chapter. So, in this, it's called One Piece 1,000 Logs. And here in this section, we have Frankie, Usopp, Sanji, Robin, Chopper, and Zoro. And on the other side, more than likely, it's going to be Jinbei, Luffy, Nami, and Brook. So I'm looking forward to what this chapter is going to bring, because a lot of stuff happened in the last chapter. The Tobiropo's dinosaur forms were all revealed. Black Maria had a ancient spider type, was Rosa Miguel, Grauvelli type spider. The back in I forget which prehistoric time it was like only 1 centimeters wide, but with Black Maria, with her being enormous, that size is increased. And she's one of the most unique Zoans in the fact that her hybrid form pretty much just has her torso on top of the body of the spider, while the spider half is essentially a whole spider, complete with an actual mouth, eyes, tongue, teeth, and everything. So she's one of the more unique Zoans where her hybrid form is essentially the entire animal itself, while her torso is on top of it. So it's kind of unique. Sasaki is a full-on Triceratops. Who's Who is a saber-toothed tiger. We already know Ulti and Page 1 are a Pachycephalosaurus and Spinosaurus, respectively. And then we have Diaz Drake, who showed his dinosaur form. We already seen it earlier, and we already know about it. But to see the rest of the Tobiropo's forms was good. But then it ended, then 998 ended the chapter with Yamato talking about how Ace came to Onigashima with the purpose to kill Kaido, and he destroyed one of the dragon statue that used to sit at the entrance of Onigashima. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this next chapter brings. And it's right here! Chapter 999, The Sake I Brewed to Drink With You. And right here we have Ace. We have Ace literally fighting with Yamato back in the day. Stop, Ace. Let's go back. Who are you? Name yourself. You go first. I'm Ace. I've come here to take Kaido's head! And he immediately tries to, and he's fighting with Yamato in their first meeting. My father and his men are on an expedition. You won't find a single officer on this island. Father? And then it has Ace's crew with him. Huh? That's Kaido's daughter? And everyone's looking, and she's looking around as, you know, a good chunk of the performance hall is pretty much destroyed and set on fire because of the fight, I guess, Yamato and Ace had. Surely you've had enough violence for now. Sorry, people, hold on. Sorry, I'm really trying to get into the story, and people want to talk to me. My father and his men are on an expedition. You won't find a single officer on this island. Father? Huh? That's Kaido's daughter? Surely you've had enough violence for now. Not that I have any obligation to protect this island. And then Ace notices that Yamato has those explosive shackles on her. Shall we, Ace? Let's go back to the mainland. The families of these abducted children are waiting. Thank you, thank you! So Kaido had kidnapped children there back then. It doesn't make sense that someone this powerful isn't the captain. I want to settle this. I'm Yamato. I've been sitting around bored anyway. I'll be your opponent. And it shows Yamato just fighting Ace. The fact that she's able to contend with a Logia devil fruit user without much injury speaks to her level of power. You can't choose your father, Yamato! So you hate your old man that much? Forget about the cuffs. Why don't you let him chain your heart, too? What? No, young Master Yamato, don't! That's a symbol of Master Kaido's power! I wish I could leave, too. I want to sail out to sea and go on adventures. I want to live as free as Odin did. And it shows that did Yamato cut off the head of the dragon statue? And then, yeah, she pretty much broke off the head of the dragon statue that was at the entrance of Onigashima. And then Ace smiles. That's the spirit, Yamato! And he proceeds to Hiken! And just burns a massive spot in the side of the dragon. And then it shows Yamato and Ace drinking. They're all just laughing. Such a shame when we could get along so well such a shame when we get along so well like this. If I ever get these off, I swear I'll go out to sea too. What's it like out there? Are there lots of young folks making a name for themselves? Young folks? Well, there's this cavern something guy. People are talking about him, I guess. Oh, so he knows about Cavendish. I'm on a level of my own, of course, but I hear about guys tearing things up on the other seas. Kid in the south, Law in the north, Beige in the west. He knows about all of the supernovas. But the toughest one of them all won't be setting sail for a few years yet. My little brother. He knew of the supernovas before Luffy even set out to sea. He's gonna be massive, trust me. Not many How many times are you gonna mention your brother? As many times as I want, it's all true. And then there's Owls because I guess she hit him. The truth about this dragon statue is, I broke it first. Oh, and now we're back to the present. The truth about this dragon statue is, I broke it first. But then he said, this is a warning to Kaido until the next time I show up here. My father was furious, but he never saw Ace in person because of the events of Marineford. He wasn't able to go back. He wasn't able to go and finish the job or do what he said he was. There was a pirate who was trying to save Wano? Wait, father? Yeah, Kaido is my father. Oh, they didn't know. All this time they've been, Shinobu and Momonosuke have been running with Yamato, and they never knew that Yamato was Kaido's daughter. And they all roll away. Shinobu rolls away with like a serious look on her face, like she rolls away on the ground like this. And Momonosuke shoves himself away hard in the opposite direction.
What? There was a pirate who was trying to save Wano? Wait, father?
Yeah, Kaido is my father.
What?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that, but don't worry, I hate him. I told you I'm Odin, right?
That makes even less sense! I believe I understand the story now.
Oh wait, that's Shinobu. I believe I understand the story now. I appreciate your help. Stop being shy and come over here. But why would you tell us about that man? Ace died 2 years ago. Oh, I didn't know. You see, he was... Oh, is she talking about, did Ace reveal that he was the son of Gordiroja? Because now we're cutting back to Tama, Nami, Usopp, and Komachio.
Yep, that's right. I believed in Ace. And that's why I've been working to be the Kunoichi. But Big Bro Luffy couldn't give me the big news gently. He's got no delicacy.
Yeah, he doesn't. He really does not have... Luffy doesn't really have tact. He doesn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because she's talking to Nami. That's just what he's like, though. You know, Tama, that event was really painful for Luffy too.
Huh?
And now we're in the performance hall. Back in the middle of the room. Stop, Marco! Stop him right now! Don't let him get away with this! But he saved our lives. But he saved our lives. You want Master Queen to kill us? And then it shows those same guys trying to go up against Marco. Yeah! Look, I'm not going right after Kaido at this point. Nico Robin, Bone Man, run into the castle. We will, if you insist. I've got him! Marco the Phoenix is mine! You ready? Let's go. And then it's just an explosion of Phoenix fire as all of the Beast Pirates got thrown off of Marco as he starts to take Zoro starts to fly Zoro up there. Hey, he's carrying one of the Straw Hats guys. Nice view. Please, Pops. No, you idiot. Oh, flashback with Marco? Oh, it's a flashback. How many times have I told you, Ace? It's Whitebeard! Yo, it's Whitebeard! We get to see Whitebeard again! Oh! It's always good to see him! But back to it. How many times have I told you, Ace? You know who used to be the 2nd Division commander before you, and why the position was unfilled for so long. Then we got Izo here. We only learned of Lord Odin's death several years after it happened. And then we got Marco. We considered moving on Wano many times, but never did in the end. Could you imagine what would happen and how many would lose their lives? Then let me go on my own! I made a promise! And Whitebeard gets angry at him. You think you can vanquish the man that Kozuki Odin could not? Don't be conceited, Ace! And then we... Oh, this is back when Blackbeard was still on the crew. And Odin was plenty tough. I get wanting to take out a big shot, though, Commander Ace. And then we got Ace here. No, then that's Izo speaking because Ace got laid out by Whitebeard. He's laying out face first on the ship with multiple lumps on his head. Shut up, Teach. Ace isn't doing this to hunt down big shots. Darn it, I can't keep my promise if I don't get stronger. That's just how heavy a promise you're bearing on your shoulders. If Pops ever gives you the go-ahead, send me an invitation, Ace. Yeah, I'd be interested too. In that case, I bet we could win already. What's your basis for suggesting that? And then it cuts back to the present day as Marco is making his way up. But then we hear someone scream Marco, and from this silhouette, it looks like Queen has gone into his Brachiosaurus form, and King is there because he's right in the path of Marco. Marco! Don't you assume you can just fly past us? All of those samurai are surely dead by now. And now it reveals the top performers in their dragon's form. We got the Tobiropo in their dragon's form, but now we get the performances, the calamities as well. Lead performer Queen, dragon fruit, ancient type Brachiosaurus model, and then we got King. And once Kozuki Odin's son is dead, this battle is over. Lead performer King, dragon fruit, ancient type Pteranodon model. If you really think that you're in for a rude awakening, you're pitting yourselves against the new generation now. Shut up, you little songbird! And apparently, Queen has guns in his mouth. Of course, guns don't work on Marco, because people tried to shoot him when he tried to fly towards the platform during the Marineford War. Kizaru's lasers didn't work on him, and it's not working on him. It's literally going through his body. The Phoenix form, the Phoenix Devil Fruit is so OP. There's just so much. I wish I could look at the chat right now, but I don't want to in case someone's trying to spoil something or whatever. But then we cut to Kumachio right now.
What? Big bro Luffy's? Ace's brother? Then I touched a really sore spot for him.
Don't worry, if he was upset, he would have told you. More importantly, let's do that plan of yours. Huh? And we're cutting back to numerous things. We're cutting back to numerous perspectives.
Huh? So he was Roger's son and Luffy's brother? Is this true?
Because this is Momonosuke saying this. We're cutting back to different perspectives from Tama over to Momonosuke. You're the ones who brought Luffy here to Wano, aren't you? Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Out of all the pirates as numerous as stars in the...
Oh, wait, this is Yamato speaking. Out of all the pirates as numerous as stars in the sky, you happened to meet him and brought him to this country. I can only consider that an act of fate. There's the concept of fate again! After all, Luffy's name has the letter D in the middle.
Yeah! Yummy flames.
My stomach is... Oh, wait. That's Zeus! That's Zeus and Prometheus!
Yummy flames!
My stomach is full and crackling too! I'm all recharged!
Mama! So, Strawhead's not here yet? Hey, Kaido! Kill as many of them as you want, but leave Nico Robin alive.
Okay. There's a lot to take away from this one simple panel. Big Mom is already to the roof. Kaido is sitting down, chilling. Where's the scabbards? Kaido is sitting down, chilling and drinking. He only does that when he ain't doing nothing. What happened to the scabbards? But now Big Mom is up there. But why does Big Mom want Nico Robin? Why does she want Nico Robin? Oh, there's a whole big conversation right here. What, can't that three eyes of yours read the ancient writing?
You mean Pudding? Who knows? I can't wait around for her true eye to awaken. Where you gonna put this island down?
There's a castle in the flower capital that stands for the symbol of Kozuki.
Mama! Aren't they having a festival now? That's a lot of deaths.
Yo, I kinda called it. In one of my theories. Kaido intends to drop Onigashima on Odin Castle in the flower capital. One of my theories was he was either gonna drop it on the flower capital, or he was just gonna have it floating over him. But he wants to drop it. Think what Ultron tried to do in Age of Ultron and drop a giant piece of Sokovia down on Earth with enough to, cause an extinction level event? Kaido wants to do that same thing.
Mama! Aren't they having a festival now? That's a lot of deaths.
Not a problem. It's easy to get more slaves. And he's just drinking. It'll make a nice capital. And in the back of his mind, it shows Onigashima, just the whole island itself, in the center of the flower capital, where the Odin Kozuki Castle is pretty much sitting right now.
So, your road poneglyph isn't there?
It's too early to be showing your hand, no?
Hey, don't insult me. It's not like that. I still think of you like a little brother.
Just how old what kind of relationship do they have?
On the day rocks fell into ruin at God Valley.
Yo, exposition.
On the day rocks fell into ruin at God Valley, I gave you that legendary model of the fish fruit. You owe me for life, Kaido.
Excuse me? Fish fruit? I'm sorry? Fish fruit? I haven't even read the bottom of this right now. I gave you that legendary model of the fish fruit.
You owe me for life, Kaido.
Whatever you say. We can talk after we get it. The One Piece, that is. And we are going, that's the end of the chapter, and we are going on break for next week, which means chapter 1000 of One Piece will be in the new year. I gave you that legendary model of the fish fruit. So, okay, it's not Kaido, but is that what Yamato is? Legendary model of the fish fruit. Ideas are forming, because Kaido's pretty much has a dragon-type Zoan form. But would that mean that we saw Yamato starting to transform? Could she be the one who has the powers of the fish fruit? The fact that a fish fruit exists draws so many questions. An aquatic devil fruit power, an aquatic Zoan devil fruit that can let you go underwater? I have questions. But that's the end of it. That's the end of the chapter. Let me go ahead and bring this screen out so I can see what you guys have been saying this whole time. Okay. That's Kaido. He can't be because he's a dragon. Dragons ain't fish. Okay, so J, Kawaii, Kohagen, Electric, MJ, the Good Seaman, Neil Johnson, CJ, the ultimate Danganronpa fan, DX Ducks, and everyone else who showed up here. In one of the non-official translations, there's a very, very nice explanation of Kaido's fruit, but I'm not sure if I should post a link. If it's I've seen something about a legend of some fish that got transformed by gods into dragons. So maybe that's actually what Kaido is. A legendary... maybe that's the myth behind it. But... legendary model of the fish fruit. Wow, what a chapter. This is a 9 out of 10 chapter. But I just want to take note here that the scabbards are nowhere to be seen. Magikarp Gyarados. But the scabbards are nowhere to be seen. Kaido is literally just sitting down on the roof with yet another gourd of sake. And he's just chilling. Big Mom is up there chilling. The fighting between Kaido and the scabbards is pretty much done because they're nowhere. You don't even see their bodies in any of the panels that Kaido is in. Kaido the Gyarados. Pretty much. But legendary model of the fish fruit. Now I know people in chat are talking about like what it could be, but until Oda fully announces it and we see it listed up there, you can go ahead and type it up in chat all you want, but as soon as Oda tells us what it is, that's what I'm sticking with. Sure, it sounds nice to say things that could fit it, and it may even be right. But I'm gonna wait until Oda officially reveals it in the pages before I say like, oh, okay, that's what it is. But what a chapter. Ace showed up to try and kill Kaido, fought with Yamato, realized that they both hate Kaido, became friends. Ace was aware of the supernovas before Luffy even set out to sea. Then we have Marco and Zoro, who appear to be apparently going to be going up against Queen and King on their way up to the roof. Queen has like guns in his mouth. I guess he's a bit of a cyborg as well, but the fact that it could still work in its own form is something else. And then it shows like history with the Whitebeard pirates about Ace wanting to go to Wano. And Whitebeard, one thing I didn't like about the Whitebeard part, he didn't go to Wano to fight Kaido because saving lives, but he had gone to save Ace. See, but here's the thing. They didn't find out about Odin's death until because Izo pretty much says they only learned about Odin's death several years after it happened. Whereas when it came to Ace, it was literally that same day when they went to go save him. So there was a significant amount of time in between them wanting to go to. Even Marco afterwards, because Izo says we only learned about Lord Odin's death several years after it happened. We considered moving on Wano many times, but never did in the end. Could you imagine what would happen and how many would lose their lives? So they thought about it multiple times, but they thought that no, it's not worth it. Let's not do this because we're gonna lose more than anything we gain if we try to do this fight. So the Whitebeard pirates were like, it was several years ago, and if we try to move on him now, even after these years that he's been dead, it won't amount to much. Yeah, but still, he didn't go to avenge Odin. Did you not hear what I just explained? The reason why. You're saying, yeah, but he still didn't go to avenge Odin. They considered it many times, but thought that it would not be worth losing the amount of people, because this is Kaido we're talking about. They would lose people. Most certainly lose people. And Whitebeard is not the type to carry year-long grudges. I wouldn't think, because he values his family above that. He's not Roger, where if someone wrongs a member of his crew, he's just gonna find them and just beat them down. Yeah, but they're pirates. Yeah, but Whitebeard is a pirate who values his family above all else. At the same time, he understands that it's a risk going on to take on Kaido, because he could fight him, but not without massive casualties. And with this man wanting to build a pirate crew as a family, losing his family would pretty much undermine his whole purpose as a pirate. So I feel like that's the reason. Thoughts, please. Okay, Jay, let me read what you said. Luffy was 14 when Ace met Yamato while Shanks was in his second year of his Yonko status. Odin was already dead, though, so there was no point. Koi fish swims against a strong current, and the one that makes it through is gifted the god status of a dragon. That's nice. Can't imagine that Whitebeard was already thinking about his family above everything. Exactly. I can't imagine that he would just forget something like that. I still understand the feeling, man. But yeah, seriously, it's not like Whitebeard would forget that Odin was killed. It's just that the risk of avenging him would severely impact the very reason why he wanted to build a family in the first place. Because Kaido would sure enough kill some people. That's without question. Many people he set sail with over the years of his life as a pirate, Kaido would undoubtedly kill. Remember, Ace and Whitebeard brought tears to Marco's eyes, even has the drip sound effect. Phoenix tears cure anything in Harry Potter. I assume Rowling and Oda read the same myths. No, about Shanks being in his second year of Yonko status. What about it? Because that's all you said about it. Luffy was 14 when Ace met Yamato, while Shanks was in his second year of his Yonko status. Fish awakening. If an awakening for a legendary fish fruit turns you into a dragon, it's no wonder it's legendary. But we got to see what Oda actually calls it, hopefully in the next chapter. But can we just I just want to go back to the Scabbards right now. They were putting in some work trying to fight Kaido. That's how I felt about situations regarding Whitebeard, why he didn't go avenge Odin. But my thing is, okay, so let's just dial it back a little bit. So we understand that Ace met Yamato back then. Yamato wanted to go out to sea, chilling with Ace and everything. Momonosuke finds out that Ace and Luffy are brothers. Tama finds out that Ace and Luffy were brothers. Because back then, if I remember correctly, Tama wasn't really explained to that that Ace was Luffy's brother. As far as I know, Luffy only said that Ace died, and that was it. Now we can really say land, sea, and air. Yeah, because if Kaido goes underwater at any point in his dragon form, that would be something. Whitebeard is a person who doesn't usually cause trouble. No, he doesn't go out of his way to cause trouble, but if you mess with a member of his crew, that can kind of set him off. But that's only, there's only certain parameters that he'll reach in order for him to, retaliate against someone. If when it was Ace, he had to. He absolutely had to, because a lot of things were riding on it. With Odin, however, too many years had passed. And who's to say that in the amount of time Whitebeard realized that Kaido may have gained strength with both his crew and everything else, and that could have complicated things. But Ace met Yamato, became friends, and Yamato wanted to set out to sea. Marco takes Zoro up to the roof. We see a flashback of Ace wanting to go and kill Kaido, but Whitebeard is letting him know, you think you can kill someone that Odin couldn't. Don't be so narrow-minded. Don't be so full of yourself, boy. Then you got Teach laughing at the fact. Something that was not clear to me in this chapter was if Yamato knew about Ace's death or not. Let me dial it back. I don't know. Imagine Sanji cooking Kaido. If Sanji cooked Kaido in his fish form, then there's no need for Sanji to find the all blue. He literally has the meat of the most powerful. He literally has the meat of the most powerful person in One Piece thus far. Most powerful pirate in One Piece thus far. He wouldn't need to go to the all blue. It's all good, Jay. But it doesn't really show that Yamato knew. Oh no, she did. It's right here. It's right here when she's talking about the truth about the dragon statue. Right here when she reveals that she's the daughter of Kaido. It says right here, well, why would you tell us about that man? Ace died 2 years ago, so she does know. She does know. Something that was not clear to me, Jonathan, was if Yamato knew about Ace's death or not. She does know. She does know. Ace died 2 years ago, so she knows about the War of the Best. She knows about the Marineford War. Because right afterwards, it cuts to Tama. It cuts to Tama riding with Nami. So Yamato does know that Ace passed. The way Yamato present in the flashback setting so much of joining the crew. So do you think Kaido wanting to go to Marineford now is fully because of Ace's actions in Wano? That's actually a good question. Was the reason why he wanted to go to Marineford not to take on Whitebeard or the world government, but to, retaliate against Ace for destroying his dragon statue and trying to, come there and kill him? That actually sounds like a legitimate reason for Kaido to make his way to Marineford. Now that you think about it, so that actually sounds pretty probable for Kaido, because Kaido doesn't like it when people mess with his stuff, and he will retaliate. So Kaido making his way to Marineford to try and kill Ace is not out of the realm of possibility. Just saying. But so much has happened in this chapter. This is a 9 out of 10 chapter, possibly a 10 out of 10. But it literally, let's just make note of things right here. Let's just make note of very important things that are brought up specifically, because they're not written in the regular thin font. They're in bold. One thing to take note of here is that Yamato knows something about the D. Knows something about the letter D. After all, Luffy's name has a letter D in the middle. I can consider that an act of fate. After all, he has a letter D in the middle. So, and she holds up Odin's journal. That's one thing I didn't mention when I was doing the reaction to this chapter, is that she has Odin's journal in her hands. So, more than likely, Odin probably wrote down what the whole D thing meant, because, he traveled with Roger. A 9 out of 10 or a 999 out of 1,000. You know what? I like that. I like that, Neil. This is the only time we can actually say that. We can rate this a 999 out of 1,000. This is the only time we can ever say that about a One Piece chapter and rate it so much. Because we are right there. We are literally right there. January 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost at 1,000 chapters. But Big Mom and Kaido, they're up on the dome now. What happened to the scabbards, though? Kinemon, Raizo, Denjiro, Nekomamushi, and Arashi Ashura Doji, Kiku, and who else am I missing? And Izo. They are nowhere to be seen. And Kaido is just sitting down, chilling, and drinking. Where are they? What happened to them? I know he beat them down in the last time we saw Kaido fighting them, but they are absolutely nowhere. You don't see them amongst the rubble or anything. Do you think Kaido was dying before Big Mom gave him his fruit, maybe as a result of catching hands from Garp and Roger? Possibly not. I doubt it. But Big Mom is talking about kill as many of them as you like, but leave Nico Robin alive, because she knows that with Nico Robin being one of the pretty much the only person from Ohara who survived and knows how to read poneglyphs, she wants Nico Robin for her knowledge. What, that 3 eyes of yours can't read the ancient writing? You mean Puddin'? Who knows? I can't wait around for a true eye to awaken. So Big Mom wants Nico Robin. So that's just a whole bunch of extra. Where are you going to put this island down? So it kind of confirms one of my theories about what Kaido wants to do. He wants to just straight up drop Onigashima on the Flower Capital. A bunch of people are going to die. A bunch of people are going to die if he drops Onigashima on the capital. Aren't they having a festival now? That's a lot of deaths. And Kaido just casually says it's not a problem. It's easier to get more slaves. So he absolutely has no qualms about crushing and killing a whole bunch of people. Yeah, well, it's fine. If they die, they die. We'll just get more people. It'll be a nice capital. And so your road poneglyph isn't there. It's too early to be showing your hand, no? Hey, don't insult me. It's not like that. Still think of you as a little brother. A little brother. On the day rocks fell into ruin at God Valley, I gave you that legendary model of the fish fruit. You owe me for life. So either Kaido has the fish fruit or it's Yamato. But that kind of means that Kaido got his powers back at the events of God Valley. Whatever you say, can we talk after we get it? The One Piece, that is. And then it just shows a crazed look on Big Mom's face and Kaido's face. Next chapter hits January 3rd. My goodness. At least we're starting to find out what his power could actually be, because in the wiki it says like he has a dragon type fruit, but who knows, it could be the fact that his is a mythological type. It could be like the ascended form of like what Jay was saying, like an ascended koi fish that ascended to be a dragon. Maybe his Zoan form is actually his awakened form of the fish fruit. Kaido is a Gyarados, pretty much, which means that in the start, he was a Magikarp. Kaido, the strongest creature in the world, is a Magikarp. And then when he awakened his Devil Fruit power, I guess that allowed his fish form to turn into a dragon form. And I'm saying all this all in pure conjuncture, all in pure speculation, because it may sound probable. It may even sound like it's right there. But until Oda says otherwise, it is pretty much just a theory, speculation, and assumption. You guys know how I roll with that. But, this is a lot to unpack. Big Mom wants Nico Robin. So the troubles for the Straw Hats are... The trouble of the Straw Hats are not going to stop here with Big Mom wanting to, kill Luffy. But now she wants Nico Robin. So, even if Luffy manages... Bro, I think Rox's flashback is starting next chapter. Who knows what's gonna happen with chapter 1000? Ladies and gentlemen, we're here now. We are literally here. The next chapter will start pretty much the 4-digit range of One Piece chapters for One Piece as a whole. This is the last 3-digit chapter of One Piece we are ever going to get. No 999.5s, no 999.9s. We are going into 4 digits next year. This is a manga that's been going on since 1999. And now we're here, many years later. About to hit 1,000 chapters of One Piece. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the next chapter. But I'm glad that I get a little bit of a break next week, because since I did 2 services today, I don't have to go in. So that means I get to relax this upcoming Sunday. I love it. I love to rest. What's my predictions for chapter 11? Well, something along the lines of what LAC said, possibly a Rocks flashback, or more Onigashima, or... No, that's pretty much it. Either a Rocks flashback or more stuff going on with Onigashima. Because we need to find out more about Rocks and what this legendary model of the fish fruit actually is. But this was a 9 out of 10 chapter. That's all I got for you guys. Hold on, let me go ahead and do this, because apparently I can't ignore things. Since Shanks intercepted Kaido, do you think Shanks gave him sake strong enough to make him forget about Ace and also make him slip up some info about Zebek, hence why Shanks went to the Gorosei? Doubt it with that whole Zebek and Gorosei bit, but it's not out of the realm of possibility for Shanks to give sake to Kaido to make him, lose focus and then just turn away. That's as far as I go with that. But overall, I enjoyed this chapters. Welcome, El Arbore de Hara. I hope, sorry for you and Kevin Spencer for coming in at the last possible second. Do chapter 11 scanlation before New Year's. I mean, I don't read scans if they come out early, so if they happen to come out early, no one send me any comments. I don't want to see anything at all. I will be reading the chapter when it comes out, so I can only give like what I'm hoping to see in the next chapter, but I'm not going to throw out theories of what stuff is going on without any concrete evidence to go with it. You guys know how I roll with that. But I still am looking forward to this next, the 1000th chapter of One Piece. Oh, I actually really hope and pray that it's a Rock's flashback and we find out how she got that legendary model of the fish fruit, what the fish fruit actually is, how Kaido became as powerful as he did, and the likes. But I'm looking forward to it. But Big Mom and Kaido just chilling out on the roof with the scabbards nowhere in sight. This is officially it comes out on January 4th. But since I'm reading it from the official Viz sites, it will be coming out on the 3rd. And that is a Sunday, so the Sunday after next. So I'm looking forward to that. Scans are coming before New Year's. That's why I'm going to avoid looking at, wow, 14 people here? 12 likes? Where did y'all come from all of a sudden? I don't usually average that number of people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not exactly high up on some people's list when it comes to reactioneers. But to see 15 people just pop up in here and watch my stuff, that's surprising. Thank you. You guys didn't have to. If it turns out to be a koi fish zone, you owe me a stream together. You can keep that little side of the bargain for yourself. But who knows? If it's a koi fish, hey, I'll say you called it. If it ain't, hey, I'll say you didn't call it. That's just how I roll with things. But like I said, we have to wait. And let me just say, this is going to be the most painful wait. This is a chapter we have all been looking forward to ever since we hit 900. And now we gotta wait a whole week and some days in order to see chapter 1000. This is going to be the longest week for One Piece I think we've ever had to go through. From 99 to 1000, it is going to be hard to survive. And now it's saying that it's not processing enough info for you guys. Because it froze on my face there for a minute. This is going to be the longest break for One Piece I feel like we've ever had to sit through. Because remember when we had to wait a while for the anime, and then we had to wait a minute. We had a 2-week break for the next chapter of One Piece. I forget which chapter it was, but we had to wait so many days for that. But this is going to be the longest wait for chapter 1000. I don't know what to tell you guys. Find something to preoccupy yourself. It's strange that Whitebeard didn't refer to Kaido by name when talking about him to Ace. Not really. It's just, I just feel that that's a way of Whitebeard speaking. He just has that manner of speech, so I wouldn't say that it's odd. It's strange that Whitebeard didn't refer to Kaido by name. It's not surprising. I mean, they already know who they're talking about. Ace knows who Kaido is. Whitebeard knows who Kaido is. So for Whitebeard to say, like, do you think you can kill the man that Kaido could not, that Odin could not? I don't see it as strange. But that's all I got for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to do My Hero Academia chapter. Actually, let me go ahead and check in on that. Do we have a chapter? We didn't go on break for My Hero Academia, did we? Don't answer that because I can answer that on my own. I got the page bookmark right here. No. Oh wait, yeah, there is. I was about to say, I got my dates mixed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that page up and see what's going on with My Hero Academia. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I got for you guys for my reaction to One Piece Chapter 999. We are done. This is the last 3-digit chapter of One Piece, ladies and gentlemen, and Oda is about to cross into that 4-digit manga milestone. Actually, let me answer Kevin Spencer's question real quick. Of all the ancient Zoans we've seen, favorite? I have to be honest with you. Black Maria's is quite possibly the most unique. Because we've seen dinosaurs already, but we've never seen ancient spider types. And least of all, she's the most unique of the Zoans since her hybrid form essentially doesn't just like meld, turns her body into that of a spider hybrid type thing. It's just a full-on actual spider, complete with its own face, and she's just on the top of it like a pretty much a Spider Woman, pretty much. So out of all the Zoans, all of the ancient type Zoans, Black Maria's is pretty much the most. I actually like Black Maria's a lot. I actually like hers a lot. But that's all I got for you guys. And I know I said this at the beginning for every one of you. I just want to say thank you for coming by and seeing my reaction here today. I got My Hero Academia, and then I got a One Piece chapter to go through. And then it's just me just playing some more Cyberpunk, leveling myself up for the next playthrough stream tomorrow for you guys. But thank you. You guys don't know how much I love doing this. Talking to you guys, reacting for you guys, making videos for you guys. This is my absolute dream that I'm living right now. And the moment where I get to do it full time is going to be an even happier moment for me. But I just want you guys to know that I never get tired of doing this for any of you. I care about each and every one of you, not just because you're subscribed to me, but as an individual who seeks to entertain and lift the spirits of other people. I absolutely value every single one of you. Don't let it seem like I'm just happy when I see like an extra subscriber pop up. It just means that it's another person that I get to entertain and try and attempt to fill with happiness in a world where happiness is not as prevalent as it should be. I just want you to know that I'm deeply and truly honored that I get to do this for all of you. And I hope that that doesn't get cut off because it's saying it's not receiving enough video. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to come out and see me. You guys didn't have to do this, but you did. And I'm all the more humbled by your support for this channel. So thank you. But that's all I got. So with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing because I am always, will always, and forever always look forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later peoples. Onwards to My Hero Academia. I gotta do this real quick. I didn't answer this question. What do you think will happen with Zoro and Marco versus King and Queen? Some dinosaurs gonna get cut up.